Hello and welcome to the workshop on demand for Generative AI for Beginners. This is a shortened version of the live workshop for LX Design. This workshop is designed for ASU staff and faculty who are interested in getting started with generative AI concepts. This workshop will cover what generative AI is and how it works, how to get started with basic tools, how to use AI for teaching and learning, tool recommendations, addressing concerns such as academic integrity, and additional resources for where you can learn more about AI at ASU. This workshop on demand is provided by ASU's Learning Experience Design team. Visit our website for more resources and information. Let's get started. This section will give us a baseline of common knowledge and will briefly describe the text generators and image generators, as well as others. There are many types of AI, but today we will be mainly focused on text and image generators. So, what is AI? Artificial intelligence, or AI, functions by analyzing large data sets to identify patterns, allowing it to make predictions, understand complex content, or perform tasks that would typically require human participation. It uses algorithms, which are sets of rules or instructions, to process information and learn from it, improving its accuracy over time. This technology has been applied in various fields from virtual tutoring to driving autonomous vehicles by mimicking cognitive functions like learning and problem solving. Today, we'll mainly be focusing on text generators and image generators. Most of us have heard of ChatGPT, a large language model and text generator, which was launched in November of 2022. AI has been developing for a while. Those of us entrenched in the knowledge knew about it, but for others it was sudden. Bring your attention to the infographic on the left. This shows how long it took for each of these websites to reach 1 million users. As you can see, it only took ChatGPT 5 days. Now ChatGPT has hundreds of millions of users. You may have heard about AI image generators such as Adobe Firefly, DALL-E, or Midjourney. These are AI systems designed to create new images based on a set of input parameters or conditions. These systems use machine learning algorithms that can learn from large data sets of images, allowing them to generate new images that are similar in style and content to the original data set. Users have the capability to enter a prompt or a description of what they would like the AI to create and have images generated, as you can see in the image on the left, a screenshot from Adobe Firefly. Now, let's discuss what AI tools are available to you. There are many AI text and image generator tools available. Some tools are also available as browser extensions. The landscape is changing quickly as more tools are created, upgrades are being made, and many tools are changing their pricing models frequently to adapt to the changing landscape. If you're just starting out using generative AI, it's recommended that you start out with a free version of ChatGPT 3.5 account and go from there. Everything discussed in the rest of this workshop can be used with the free version of ChatGPT. You can easily set up an account using any email address. You may have heard about ASU's partnership with OpenAI. In February 2024, ASU was the first higher education institution to collaborate with OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. This exciting partnership allowed ASU staff, faculty, and students the opportunity to submit a proposal and have the chance to get access to a ChatGPT Enterprise account for a semester at a time. Visit ai.asu.edu for more information, although if you're new to ChatGPT, make sure to try out the free version first. Now, let's go over how to use AI text generators. We recommend creating a free ChatGPT 3.5 account if you haven't already. Let's start with some general use cases. When you first start using generative AI tools, it can be difficult to know where to start. So we've come up with some usage categories to help you find ways to use these tools in ways that work for you. The first is the editor. You can utilize ChatGPT as your own content editor by copying and pasting your work and getting feedback. ChatGPT can help proofread your work, assess or adjust the style and tone of your writing, or you can ask ChatGPT for specific feedback like, does it make sense? Or does this lesson meet these objectives? Etc. You can also use ChatGPT as your content creator by having it generate topic suggestions, lists of ideas, or by using it as a brainstorm partner to bounce ideas off. ChatGPT can also be used as a researcher by retrieving information and exploring concepts or ideas. You can also use ChatGPT as a collaborator by working with it to help you upskill, act as your virtual tutor, or help with brainstorming. Now, let's talk about prompting or prompt engineering. You may have heard of this as a concept, but the simplified definition is that the prompt is what you tell the AI to do. You'll learn that different prompts can produce very different responses from the AI. Let's go over the different ways you can engineer your prompts to get the output that you're looking for. First, be clear and specific what you ask for. Next, provide context and background information for what you want. For example, if you're asking ChatGPT to help you come up with lesson ideas, you may want to mention who your audience is, what you're teaching, and any other relevant details. You can also experiment with prompts by phrasing them in different ways to get the best output. Last, you can give feedback to ChatGPT's output by asking it to make certain adjustments, like adjusting style and tone, length, or adding and omitting certain pieces. Lastly, remember to practice. The more you use these tools, the more you'll be able to get the best possible outcomes. Now, let's talk about how you can use AI text generators, specifically ChatGPT, in your teaching and learning practices. First off, we'll talk about how you can streamline your own workflow so that you can spend more time on the parts of teaching you enjoy the most, like connecting with students or coming up with creative ideas. Anytime you create something with AI, you'll need to fully analyze it to make sure it's accurate and the best fit for you and your students. The same way that if you find a lesson idea or assessment online, you'll use it as a starting point to spark your creativity and make adjustments when necessary. Let's go over a few categories that you can streamline. First is communication. You can use AI to help you with communication by having it generate written communication like welcome emails, announcements, instructions, and more. The second is ideation. You can use AI to help you brainstorm ideas for existing projects, assignments, and more. Third, you can use AI to assess your own work. For example, does the lesson or activity meet the standards? Does it make sense? What's the style and tone? And more. Four, you can also use AI to help you come up with engaging quiz questions, come up with creative assignments, create grading rubrics, and more. Before you start using AI with students, consider how and when you want students to use AI in your course. You may want to outline this in your syllabus or in individual assignments. Visit provost.asu.edu/generative-AI for sample language and use it in your syllabus. Now, let's discuss how you can guide students to use AI safely and productively. First, you can model fact-checking. If you're using AI in the classroom, show students how you would double-check the accuracy of the AI outputs. Next, you can engage students with AI tools in class or through assignments. Many workplaces allow and encourages use of generative AI, so think of this as a way to prepare them for the future. Practice allows students to practice using the tools appropriately and responsibly. Try having students use AI to create a study guide or quiz themselves with. Be sure to also require critical evaluation from students. Since AI text generators make creating content so easy, think about how you can ask students to analyze and question the AI outputs. You can also encourage students to cite their AI outputs. Find more information on the ASU Library website, linked in the slide deck. Next, let's discuss ethical and academic integrity in the world of generative AI. Let's talk about making sure we're being thoughtful in our use of generative AI by following these guidelines. First, you'll want to verify the information. Similar to how you wouldn't take the first answer from Google to be true, you may need to double check the information from AI. AI can give incorrect information, so be aware. Second, remember to protect student privacy. Posting student work into sites like ChatGPT can be a FERPA violation, so make sure you protect personally identifiable information. Last, Make sure to exercise caution when discussing sensitive topics because AI can generate biased responses. Before sharing information generated by AI, always make sure to read it over carefully and make any necessary changes. Another thing to consider if you're using ChatGPT is that ChatGPT 3.5, the free version, is only up to date until January 2022. It doesn't have access to events and information that have occurred after that date. Now, let's talk a bit about academic integrity. There's a concern for many faculty members. I'll start this section by stating that AI detection tools have not been activated at ASU. There has been some cases of false positives. Now, let's talk about academic integrity. This is a concern for many faculty members. I'll start this section by stating that AI detection tools have not been activated at ASU. There have been cases of false positives. So, what do we do about this? Make sure to share your expectations about generative AI with students early and have conversations with students about responsible use of generative AI. When possible, consider adjusting your assignments to focus on analysis rather than output, or changing up your assignments to be more resistant to AI. Next, remember that academic dishonesty is usually a tough subject and that the situations aren't always black and white. Follow the steps you normally would for any suspected cases of academic dishonesty. Great, you made it through a lot of information. Now I'm going to share some additional resources with you. First, check out ASU's self-paced course on generative AI. You can also check out a variety of other resources from ASU, all linked in the slide deck. That's it for now. Thanks for watching the workshop on demand, AI for Beginners. Find us at lx.asu.edu for more information.